So we are discussing about the SAP work process administration, right? So dialog, update, NQ, background, right? So then message server. So to message server we discussed, right? Log on groups, right? So then gateway spool are left here now. So gateway work process here, gateway work process here. What is mean by gateway work process here? So gateway work process is it's a gate. Simply, it's like a gate in front of your home. There is a gate, right? Gateway work process here. So that will enable the communication between within the application servers and external systems, external applications. Suppose if any external applications or external systems want to connect to the your system, so then the connections will come via gateway. The connections will come via gateway here, right? That is the main thing here, gateway work process here, right? So it will come via gateway only here. So here gateway work process have some inbuilt, there are the some security features here, which means it will prevent the unauthorized connections, unauthorized access and everything here, right? The persons who are coming from unauthorized or without any IP, the hacking connections, the time the gateway work process will so protect the our system here, right? Same as like in our home, in front of the gate, what the person will do, what the gateway person will do, gateway security person. So in front of our home, so there is a gateway person, right? What he will do,
Doesn't allow unauthorized people inside.
right? So same thing here. So here if any person is coming, so validate it, then he will perform it here, right? So is the main thing is the gateway work process, right? It will facilitate the communication between SAP work process and external process, external programs and everything here, right? So within the SAP system, outside of the system, any person is connecting to the system via gateway, he will come to inside of the system here, right? So here SMGW is the transaction code. Here using this one, we can monitor the gateway connections and everything here, right? In the system, SMGW is the transaction code. There we can monitor the how the gateway connections are working. Are there any disconnected or invalid connections are exist still? So here we can find out in the SM. So SMGW transaction code here. If we use the SMGW, you will find the some connections here, some invalid connections here. But gateway also there is a limitation, gateway also there is a limitation here. So in case of if any connection, normally we will get the connections like this, it will show the list of connections in the systems here. So list of connections, which IP, last of what is the last request. So all the information it will show in the system, right? So here normally we need to check the if any connection is not okay or disconnecting status or in between connecting status, then select that request here, then we can delete that request. We can delete that client here. That one we can delete it here. So that's possible. That thing we can do it in the, so delete the connection state. We can delete it here. So here only the status which are not in the OK status, connection status here, and also it is a recent connection. Then we can take the actions here. Then we can take the actions here. That is the main thing here, right? So here the connections, the main connections we need to look at the, this is the one here, right? The connection status here, right? So it is the on. So in case it is the disconnected, it is the older than connection, so which is the disconnecting status here, then we can delete the connections here. We can delete the connections in the systems here. We can delete the connections here. That's, we can do it here, right? So this is the main thing of the here. And also some customers, they can keep the more security settings in the here. They will keep the more security settings here by going to the expert functions, trace expert functions, then external security, maintain the ACL files, right? They will keep the external security. So by maintaining the secinfo, reginfo files here, which means it's a external more security features here, right? So here in the files, you see is a user is equal to star something maintained, which means it will allow the all the users here, right? Suppose if you make it as a some other like TP, p is equal to permit, then if you is equal to star, star means so all the users are allowed. Suppose if you make it like all the users, not all the users, only the laptop address which is starting with the, suppose like, so KP star, then only that laptop address which is starting with the KP star means laptop host name, your TP host name starting with the KP. So then only those peoples are only allowed means, then you can make it this one. Though which means the people who are logged into the MyGem server, that is a KP something RDP server, then only those people allowed to log into the ECD NWD system, which means it's a most security settings here. Most security settings here, TP, KP star, and these are the most security settings here, right? So then if you put the star, all the users, all the laptop address, everybody can log into the our SAP systems here, our SAP systems here. That is the, this way, this is the kind of a some dangerous settings here. So if you say, which if you enable this ACL file, access control list files, it will impact the other connection as well, other connections as well here. Other connections means the people who are having different address and everything, then the that will reject those connections. Gateway will reject those connections here. This is the gateway external security protocols. So which means, so normally only, so rare cases in the banking sector company systems and finance systems, they will enable this kind of security settings here. Why? Because yeah, gateway work process will restrict those connections. Gateway work process will restrict those connections here. If you make it as a info files, and this is the RFC connections. So this is the RFC connections. This is like a RFC. RFC means external connections, and all those things will be in the here. So suppose if people wants to connect to the, so some external connections and everything, so they can use the this connections, they can use it here. They can use the this type of connections, they can use it here. Okay, that is called the, so RFC connections here, RFC remote function call connections here, which means some people sometimes system to system connectivity, right? System to system connectivity also will happen that time. So these settings will restrict the system to system connectivities here through RFC connections here, right? This is the users will directly log into the systems. That time this SecInfo connections will affected here. RegInfo connections normally, so some customer they won't touch this one here. Why? Because they are also not sure how the users will log in, and so which IPs, all different IPs, different ways they will log into the business systems here. So then they won't change this one here. So normally they will use the default protocols only as part of the daily monitoring. What we have to do, so if any connection is not in is any connection. If any connection is in the disconnected status, then we can safely delete that connection. We can free up the limit here. Why? Because every connection there is a limitations here. See, here we have the 3000 connections only allowed. Right? Here only 1000 connections only allowed. So right, so which means system have some restrictions here. There is a limitations here. If the all the disconnected connection, all the previous connections are there here, then gateway table got full, gateway connection table is full, then gateway will not allow new connections to connect to the your system. Means you will not able to log into the SAP system until unless your connection limit is minimum. It will be low, should not be maximum here. If it is the maximum limit, sometimes most of number of users will log into the due to the some sales and everything, people number of discounts and everything, number of people will log into the system and they do the transactions. In that case, if the if the connection limit is already over the 3000, then it will not allow the new connections here, right? In that case, you need to check the are there any disconnected connections and old connections. You need to remove those connections, and you need to remove that connections here, and you need to remove that connections to free up that connections here. Then connection table will be free here. So that kind of things we can do it in the here in this gateway work process here. That is the one daily work process here. Daily we do it in the system here. Okay. So it will perform the internal and external communication within the system. Then, so in case if you want, you can also restrict the user logons and also the connection to the system. You can restrict it here. But our duty as part of the daily monitoring, we need to come to SMGW and see is there any check, is there any disconnected sessions or anything. If yes, then you can remove it. If no disconnected sessions and your check is passed, then you can go to the other monitoring tool here. Okay, that is the SMGW transaction code here. Okay. The next one, spool work process here. Spool means it's a printers. Spool means the printers configuration here. Printers. Spool work process here. Right. So next one is the spool work process. Printing purpose, we will use the spool work process here. So normally in the SAP system, SAP SAP system, they are the, so we can manage the print output request in the SAP system here, and we can allow the users to manage control the prints as well as the output request, fax, emails. That's possible in SAP here, right? So the print jobs will be executed here. The printing jobs will be executed in the systems here. The printing jobs will be executed in the system here, right? Spool work process is responsible for printing the documents, something invoices, sales orders from SAP system here. Maybe if you see in the SAP screen here, every screen you have the print icons, right? There is a printer icons are there here, printer icons, right? You can see the printer icons here, right? So there is a print different any screen you will get the, let otherwise control P. So then that will tell you the printer icons here, right? So if you just click on the printer icon here, so then just click on the control P, then it will ask the same, what is the output device, what is the printer here you want to take it out, what is the printer, right? Then definitely we should have integrate our own printers here, right? We should have integrate our printers here. Then in that case, means we need to integrate the file printers first. To print the data, first we have to do the integration of the printers here. Our own printers, we have to do the integrations here, right? So here the transaction code for the spool work process SP01, SP02, SPAD are the transaction code. In SPAD, we will do the all the administration part, printer administration part we do here, printer administration part and everything we do here in the here. So SPAD transaction code here. So here we will integrate the all the required printers and everything we do here, right? So in that case, you can go to the so printers SPAD transaction code. You can add the so new printers in that. You can add the so new printers in that here SPAD transaction code here. So here so you can just you can go to the so output devices here. Here you can add the new printers here. New printers you can add it here. So first of all, so all your floor printers, office printers, home printers should be added to the SAP system. Then only while giving the print, you can choose the respective printer. The paper will go out from this paper here, right? So then just click on the so create. Right, then here you can choose the what is the output device here. So right, which is the printer name. So printer name here you have to choose it here. Suppose like I can say like our office fourth floor printer, right? So suppose like in office there is a fourth floor, there is a printer is there for naming convention purpose. I used that printer here, right? So every printer there is a device type here. You can see the device type here. So right there the lot of printers are there here, right? So whenever you go and some sites purchase the printer names like brother printer, Canon printer, Samsung printers, right? There are the multiple printers in the market. Dell, Epson, Fujitsu, HP. So lasers that there the number of printers are there in the market. Every printer there is a printer name, printer IP you will get, and also so you will get the printer model also. What is the model of the printer here? So every printer, when you purchase the printer, then you will see the model number of the printer here, right? That is the one thing here, right? Printer location that we have to fill it out. So here you need to choose the what is the type of printer here. This will be automatically come so spool server, or you can choose the respective application server. Spool server means where the your spool work process is located here. That application server you need to choose it here. The standard printer, this is the normal here. So then you can go to the access group here. Access group here. Spool access methods here. So here you need to choose the spool access methods here. There are the multiple access methods are there here, right? So here there is a so see here there are the types of access methods here, right? So the all the these access methods they have divided into the some types here, right? So local so means so local printing methods here. So local printing methods, then remote printing methods, then front end printing here. There are the local printing methods and remote printing methods. So these all are the printing methods here. Why? Because here, when you are integrating the printer, then you need to tell these printings here, right? Front end printing or local printing. These things you have to provide it here. These things you have to provide it here, right? So, and also there is a restrictions here. If it is the SAP system, we need to, sorry, it is the Windows or Linux, that is also we need to check here, right? So there are the three types of printing methods we have here. Local, right? Local printing, local access, local printing methods here, right? Local. Then second one is the remote. The third one is the front end printing here. Local means there is a Windows. So sometimes it will be in the Windows, sometimes it will be in the Linux here. Same as like remote also. So sometimes it will be in the Windows, sometimes it will be in the Linux system here. So then front end printing here. So normally that is only one. It's a front end means definitely it should be in the F method. We have to choose it here. F. So you can see F method. F means it is a you can see here F front end computer here, right? Either F or G, you can choose for the front end. right? Suppose I don't want to use the printers which is there in the my which is connected to the my laptop. So sorry, it is connected to the my, so which I integrated here. I want to use my front end computer. Front end computer means which is there in the your local laptops and your desktops. So every company, when you purchase the laptops, so every company, they will automatically integrate the some of the printers with you. Some of the printers, they will integrate it here, right? So in that time you can use the in that time you can use the, so the respective uh, uh, printings, you can use it here, right? Those printers you can use it here. That time you can use the front end printing here. So local printing here. Local means it's a locally you can access it here. Means local printing means Windows. So your printer server means your 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 spool process, even your SAP system, both are in the Windows. Both are in the, first of all, Windows, only one operating system, that is called the local. Normally, that is called the C. C print and meeting. We will use it here. There is a method called the C. That is called the direct operating system call. Direct operating system call. We will use it here, right? That is called the C. C means if your SAP system means your school work process, and every computer, whenever you install the computer Windows systems here, there is a print spool. Print spooler will come automatically. Print spooler will come automatically here, right? The print spooler, let me show you here. If you go to the services list here, let's see spooler. The spooler will come automatically here. Print spooler service will come automatically, right? So if that is also same operating system and your SAP also is same operating system, then you can choose the operates C method C. You can choose it here, right? Otherwise, it's not in the local, it's in the remote. I mean, both are in the different operating systems. Both are in the, so different means that will come as a remote method, remote printing method. So if it is the C means it is the Windows, then you can choose it here. It is the Linux, you can choose the protocol yes. So it is the Linux, you need to choose the, so yes, you need to choose it here, right? That is the front end method. Here methods are very important here, right? So local C and it is the Linux, then yes, you can choose it here, right? So then here the remote methods. Remote means, so if both are in the different systems here, right? Both are in the different systems here. Means SAP installed in the SAP installed in the one operating system, and your print spooler also in the one operating system here, one operating system here. So then that is called the, so Windows means if there is a Windows, both are in differently installed. One is spooler is installed in the one operating system, then spooler is installed in the one operating system, and this is installed in the one operating system here. And so here that is the operating system is called the Linux. Then there is a one method. Then if it is the Windows, there is a one method we have to choose it here. There is a one method we have to choose it here, right? So and front end printing, so F we have to choose it here. F we have to, so we have to choose it here. That is the main thing here, right? F we have to choose it here. That is the access methods we have to choose it here. The print and access methods we have to choose it here, right? So suppose it is the, if it is the remote, let me show you how it will be. So your SAP system. Then here in the one more operating system dedicatedly you install the print spooler. One more operating system, you install the print spooler here. Print spooler. This is the SAP. This is the spooler work process here. SAP and spooler work process. This is in the one operating system. This is in the one operating system. Both are in the different operating systems. Then that is called the remote, right? That is called the remote operating system here, right? So that is the remote. So sorry, here not the S, it is the L. L method we have to use it. So here we need to use the S or U, we have to use it here. This is the F, right? So here, so local, which means in the same operating system, we have the print spooler, and same operating system, you have the spool work process. Both are in the here. That is called the local, right? In the local, if it is the Windows, you need to choose the C. If it is the Linux, you need to choose the L, right? L means Linux, you need to choose it here. L means local. See here clearly local here, right? Then if it is the S means SAP print using the protocol. That's why it is asking the where is the host printer and destination host. Printer host name and destination host here. Those details we have to fill it here, right? So then means the printer details, the printer host name. Every printer there is IP address, the printer host name, and the spool service name details we have to fill it here. The spool service details we have to fill it here. So then you Berkeley protocol here, print using the Berkeley protocol here. Then here also we can use the host printer and the destination host details. We have to choose it here. Host printer and the destination details we have to fill it here, right? So this is the spool method selection we have to perform it here during the creation. It's a as a technical team, as a technical basis consultant here, so it's our responsibility to choose the respective methods here. Respective methods, suppose sometimes whenever the user print, the print should go to the user email to the receivers, email to whoever printed, who is the owner, he will receive the emails. Then that is called the receiver here, right? So then some protocols, so all those things we can use it here, right? So this is the printing methods here. Printing methods we can choose it here during the creation time here, right? So that is the, so this is methods is very important here. Now host printer, wherever the printer host name and everything, just choose the same here. Then go to the
Right.
output attributes.
What is external output management system?
Other external devices outside of the devices. Sometimes we can also connect to the external output devices here, archiving devices. So external devices and those things here. So here output processing here, right? So hosts cover page, something if you want to do some other things, it is a color printer, you need to choose the color printer. So printer mode, so you want to print the paper from only one side or both the side, reverse order. So how you want to print, so what is the tray you want to use it in the printer to print the papers here, right? So that tray you have to use it, otherwise you can select the default tray. Default it will tray it will take it out here. And also then you can choose the tray information here. In the tray, what is the paper size? It is the A4 size paper or A3 size paper. So do you have the sizing of the papers here? Sometimes so there the sizing of the paper should be different, A3, so sometimes it's a A4. So right, so that times you can choose the respective paper, or you can choose the any. So like that, they are the printing options we have here. You can choose the any one of the printing options, and then you can create the, so printing, you can create the printer here. Like that, you can create the one printer address, local printing address we can created here, right? There is a office fourth floor printer which you created here, right? So now once you integrate the your printers and everything here, now you can do the sample test. We can perform it here. There is a printer icon, then you can just click on the print button here. Here ask the, it will ask the output device. Output device means you selected like a office fourth floor, then that device we can choose it here, right? That device we can choose it here. So number of copies, right? Print immediately, you want to print immediately here, then click on the OK button. Then immediately it will generate the one spool request number will be generated, that is sent to the printer. So every request, every printer request, it will generate the one spool request, it will generate it here. Every spool request, it will generate the spool request number that will send to the printer here, right? So that is the main thing here. So it got the printers, right? So then here then how can I check whether the if the in front of your home or you, definitely you have the printer. Then if you are connected to that printer, now immediately you see there is a paper will come out from that printer. But if there is not the real printer, just a dummy printer we have chosen here, then we can monitor. If we go to the SP01 or 02, if you go to the here, we can monitor the printer status and everything, the printing, the paper status and everything, we can monitor it here. Because you selected, there is a one printer you have selected, right? So just go to the here, you can see what is the so print, what is the number, what is the number you have chosen, that you can see it here. What is the number you have chosen, the printer number, right? So here, this is the type, what is the print here, right? This is the print it is coming. The printer, the spool request number, you need to take it out here. Here there are a lot of spool requests are there here. So the spool requests are, so all are the spool requests are failed here in the systems. You can see it's a failed because of it's a, something are generated by the background jobs here. Some spools are generated by the background jobs, some are generated by the persons here, right? So some many things will generated by the background job sometimes here. Why? Because so background jobs also will do the some cleanups. It will generate the report. That report will send to the, if maybe if you define the some email ID, that this output will go to that person's email IDs and everything here. So that is also we can do that one, right? Here we need to check what is the spool request number which we generated here, right? That will come. Otherwise, let me go to the some different page here. Let me take a note down. Why? Because there are a lot of requests are there here. So 25782. 25782. Okay. It's error. It's error status. Because of that printer is not exist, the papers, this is the output of the printer, the output of the page should come like this here, right, in the paper. But but that is error status here. Why it is error? The status is error means, so it's not printed first of all, because of there is an incorrect data. If you go to the log file here, so there is no printer like this, printer name is invalid, there is no printer like KP online one, something like that in our home. It's a dummy printer I have chosen, so that it's like that there is no printer. Then immediately the print request got failed here. Print request got failed here. Suppose if I choose my front end computer, suppose I want to use the printer with the print to PDF option. All the paper should use the print to PDF option here. So then what I can do here in the same printer here, I can change the access methods to front end computer here, F. So which means it will refer my front end computer, my local laptop, which is already installed here. So in this way, so I want to generate some same information with my local laptops, not in the SAP. So my printers are configured in my local laptops. My IT team already configured in my local laptops IPs. So then I can easily access, right? In that case, in the SAP level, just click on the front button here. It will ask the details here. You can provide it. Then all the pages, yes, everything. So just click on the print button here. There is a, so 25787 is generated, but that is generating into the print to PDF. Print to PDF here, right? Print to, so PDF option, it is choosing here. Why? Because my local laptop, it is like a print to PDF option here. Means everything is printing like a PDF, right? The PDF is generating here, right? All the pages have been downloaded, right? It is done, right? So now if you check the status here, 787, if you go to the SP01 here, SP02 is like a only So your user, whatever the user you have, only that your user related information will be displayed. SP01 is like a other users spool data also will be displayed. This is for only you. So it's completed. The status is completed here. Why? Because I generated as a print to PDF option, which is generated like print to PDF, means it is redirected to the my local laptop printer. It is generated here, right? Then print to PDF means my local printer is like a print to PDF only. So any printer, it should be PDF format only. Then so it got success. It got success here. Here you can see the message here. It got successfully completed here. Then it got successfully completed here, right? So which means so it's got processed by the spool work process is completed here, probably printed here. The status is successful. Then it's just printed, right? That is the main thing, which means SAP job is done. SAP given the spool work process, given the request to the printer, but that printer is the printer you set like as a print to PDF, then PDF got generated, right? Then I can use it. Then SAP job is done. That's the reason it says that completed. It says that completed here, right? It says that completed the work process here. That's the thing of the print to PDF and these options here in the systems. Okay. So this is the SP01 is the transaction code to check the other users as well. It's not only your user, other users related data also I can check it out here, right? But SP02 is like a only dedicated to the your user only. Your user only, you can check it out here. Your user data only you can check here, right? That is the one thing here, you can check it out here, right? So there are the many spools are exist in the SAP system. Jobs are running, definitely the spools also will be generated here, right? You can, only thing is you need to ensure whether the standard jobs are running or not. Standard spool jobs are running or not, you need to ensure. So that this will clear the your this will clear the all the spools and everything here which are older than 7 days, which are older than, this will clear the all the spools here, right? So see here the number of spool request, this one, number of spool requests which are deleted, exclusive log. So all the spool requests will be deleted here, the spool jobs. So old background jobs, if you standard background jobs, if you release it here, it will clear the your entries and everything here. Okay, that is the old spool request and everything here. So you can use this any one of the system to do the so things here. Okay. So gateway is normally by default behavior, gateway will process the gateway related things and everything here, right? That is the one thing. So by gateway, by default related gateway will perform the default actions. We don't need to take any actions there. So if you want to give more security protocols, more security things to the you in your organizations, means that time you need to enable the external security. But by default you have the already multi-factor authentication already enabled while logging to the systems, network level security, there are a lot of security features, then that's fine. That's why so they will use the default protocols only in the SMGW side, then they will leave it out so that other system to system connectivity, user to system connectivity will happen automatically. The spool means it's a printing, especially printing purpose. They will use the printing purpose. They will use the spool. So it's not only just to local laptop to printing, your print and printing, your airports, the bag checking printing. Outside also they will use the printers. They will connect to the SAP to save the data, right? Barcode printings, right? The outside also they will use the this printings related things, they will use it here, right? Label printing on the bottles, barcode printing. Though there the number of printing methods are there, they will use everything in the market here.